I got something to say about the
Great
takeaway
point.
that we can have from this. Um, we all live in the United States of America, right? And we all have seen this idea of spreading democracy throughout the world. And by now, we're old enough and we've been through enough war to not kid ourselves about what that really means. Spreading democracy is what they say before they drop bombs on your country. I'm not even going to go into, like, you can agree with the bombs or not, but that's what happened. And so we have spreading of democracy. We have spreading of capitalism, which is something that, we do here. If there's a communist country, anybody that doesn't have the same economic system as us is essentially ostracized, thought of as less than, or worse. So we can't divorce Christianity and the idea of spreading Christianity from the American legacy of spreading these other things. Because that same, especially in America, like that idea of spreading Christianity goes throughout the history of America. It's how, or the Americas, it's how the Europeans gave themselves like moral license to do the things that they did. Because these people were not Christian people, we can go and kill, rape, like kidnap, enslave. We can do all of that. And all of these are Christian, quote unquote, people. So I think that money and power is the reason why Europeans came over here trying to do that. But Christianity is the banner that they wave. You know what I mean? And so I think we have to keep all of that in mind when we're talking about essentially forcing Christianity into any particular place. You know what I mean? It's not as if he's going over there to people who are willing to hear it but haven't had that access and are inviting him in. That's different from people who are saying, no, don't come here, and you are essentially forcing your way onto their land. There's a difference. And when you combine that with the way that Americans think that they can force democracy on other places, other sovereign territories, and force capitalism on other sovereign territories, I think about that when I think about the mindset that this person may have had, considering that we all have been influenced, let's say, by American ideals,
Indoctrinated.
Yeah, I was trying not to, but yes, indoctrinated.
Don't say it. Let's be real.
Say it.
Say it.
Indoctrinated by their foolish thoughts and ideas.
Yeah.
That we could go. If you go to many countries, you not only see a U.S. embassy, but you also see like a Catholic church there. Because the missionaries that's funded, the missionaries that's funded to go there are usually people with the same mentality, the same perspective. I'm gonna go there and give them the stuff that one of the aspects, it fits right along with what you were saying, Phil. The police preserves the way of living for this group of people, meaning that this group of people is protected to live and protect themselves however they wish.
You mean in other countries, when they go to other countries?
This country specifically, this island is being protected by the Indian police to preserve their
government. Okay.
So the police is constantly saying this guy knew every single detail. He even wrote it himself in his own journal. And there's nothing, the only thing we see is presumption. Like, I'm going to move ahead of God. I'm going to do this because I want this. And I believe that they're absolutely right, Phil, that indoctrination of the way that this country delivers its message is spreading into different ways of life. Religious way of life. These religions is actually doing the same way. Not only Christianity, Islamic or whatever other religious bodies, they do it the same way. They step out of their boundaries. You know what I mean?
And I think something to consider as well is like oftentimes, even in terms of like religion, like I'm glad you brought that up, Ja. Like there's in history that is present with religion divorcing people from their former cultures or their former ideologies, their identities, and that too is an act of war. You know what I'm saying? Like our people on the African continent who are here, we're still trying to figure out like who we are. Like the DNA is supposedly trying to help us out, but anybody who's taking the ancestry DNA, it's just a big circle that's telling you possibly where you're from. You know what I'm saying? So we still haven't religion gives us that identity that we lost. You know what I'm saying?